Let's cook Ofeakwu, Nigeria. Limited. These are my ingredients for my Ofeakwu. This is obey. They call it obey in my language. Then this is aku. This is what did they call am again? This is nchoanwu scent leaf. This ugu. Stay tuned. And then this is my spices, my Ofeakwu spices, Banga spice. So the first thing I'm going to ever do is wash my ingredients such as microfish. Microfish, I normally wash it twice because sometimes you get to find dirt like sand. Sometimes you see black stuffs in it. So I'll advise you wash your crayfish whenever you want to use them. So I usually wash them twice, then set that aside. Then after washing my crayfish, I will go ahead and wash other of my proteins such as my meat. So I'm going to be washing my meat right now. So I'm going to remove all the excess fat in it and all those black stuff that you might find as well in it. Then after washing my meat, I'll go over to wash my stockfish. So this procedure is just like preparation process where I get to prepare everything so that once I start cooking it, I'll just go ahead and be adding my ingredients, because cooking ofeakwu can be very stressful. So I just tend to prepare everything beforehand so I don't have to be running up and down. Do you get? So that's how I basically make this. So I'm going to just put that the palm fruit on fire and boil it. Then these are my ingredients I'm going to be using. I'm going to use all this to make this soup. Then after the whole preparation, I'm going to go ahead and start boiling my proteins. I'm going to just spice it up with onions, stock cube and salt, and then boil that until they get soft. Then at this point, my palm fruit had already gotten ready for me to like pound it to get the oil out of it. So this was my brother helping me to get the normal dry fish to help me to get it out and bone it. Then after that, I'm going to pound my crayfish and my obey. That's the castor seed I showed you earlier. I prefer to pound it after like putting it on fire to kind of get the aroma out, if you get what I'm saying. Then this is the process where I get out the oil from the palm fruits after pounding it, sorry. Then I'm going to be using hot water and cold water to get this out, because hot water helps the oil to come out easily. So I'll just put the hot water and blend it with the cold water. Then after that, I'll just sieve it out. Then I do this like twice. After the second time of mixing the hot water and the cold water into this, I just discard it and then put another batch of my pounded palm fruit. So that's what I do until I get exhausted all I have, because I can't do it all at once because I use this particular bowl for it. So after that, I'm going to transfer the whole thing into the pot and boil it like as much as I can until the whole there's this thing that normally settle on top of this oil when you boil it. So I boil it until everything like it boils for a long time. Then I'm going to introduce my tomato mix. I blended my tomato and my fresh pepper. So I'm going to just add it there. This tomato will help and thicken it, and it also makes it very delicious. The addition of this tomato and pepper mix at this point is actually very, very It's not compulsory. Okay, so people actually want to skip it, so if you don't want to add it, you can actually skip it. But if you're going to follow my recipe, then you have to add it. You get a really nice banga soup, trust me. So at this point, I'm going to introduce my pounded crayfish and the castor seed and allow it to boil for a long time, as you can see in this video. I also added my proteins for everything to all cook together. So it was time for me to let everything boil after adding my salt and some other ingredients I used. Maggi, what else did I use? Basically those two and my banga spices. So after picking out my leaves, my vegetables, I washed and cut the vegetables and then added my scent leaf, then my ugu after 2 minutes. And that's basically all for this ofeakwu. Then you can pair this using your rice, or some people use it with swallow, anyhow you would like to enjoy your ofeakwu. And that's all for this recipe. If you enjoyed watching, please hit the subscription button, like and share this video to your friends, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.